I think energy is an enormously important subject for Mississippi and for America. And as Barry said, as long as I'm governor of Mississippi, Mississippi has an energy policy. And our policy is more American energy. I believe, Phil, for whoever succeeds me 15 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, companies that are interested in Mississippi, when they ask about energy, they're not going to ask what does it cost. They're going to ask, can we get it? And we want to be seen as an energy reliable state. We want to be seen as America has always been seen as a country with abundant, affordable American energy. From when the British came to Jamestown just over 400 years ago, they found abundant energy. And that was wood at the time. But for the 400 years since then, the American economy has had as one of its strong foundations the abundance of energy in the United States. And we still have abundant energy today. You wouldn't know it from reading in the newspapers or watching some things on television or hearing some people in Washington. But America is the Saudi Arabia of coal. We have multi-hundreds of years of supply of reserves of coal. With the new unconventional drilling capacity that has really come into its own in the last few years, using hydraulic fracturing, we've become the Saudi Arabia of natural gas. Natural gas production in the United States is increasing rapidly, and when you see the shale formations that have been identified, along with the new capacity to drill and produce from those formations, whether they be in Arkansas and in Louisiana like Haynesville, or in Oklahoma or Texas, or in New York or Pennsylvania like the Marcellus shale, there is a tremendous amount of natural gas that geologists have known about for decades, but we never had the technology to actually produce it. And now we can not only produce it, we can produce it and make a profit at about $4 an MCF of natural gas. So that's why gas is selling in the United States today the high 3s to the mid 4s, where it wasn't very long ago we were being strangled by $10 and $12 natural gas. But we have an enormous abundance of energy. We've got, in addition to our God-given energy, we've got the technological ways of producing energy, such as nuclear. Nuclear produces close to 20% of Mississippi's electricity, about what it produces as a percentage nationally. And it can produce a lot more. When you look at the Japanese, when you look at the French, and the enormous percentage of their electricity that's being generated by nuclear, when you look at how Entergy took a 25-year-old nuclear plant and just by making a significant investment, increased the electrical output, increased the output of electricity they sell by 13%. Nuclear continues to be a tremendous energy source for America, and it is absolutely emission-free. The only significant other electrical generation source that is literally emission-free that produces any significant amount of electricity is hydro. And it's interesting to me that in my career, the left and the so-called environmentalists have been opponents of nuclear, and they've been opponents of hydroelectricity. They don't like hydro because they say the dams hurt the fish. They don't like nuclear because, I don't know why they don't like it. because they're afraid of it, despite the experiences in the world that show that we are more than able to run nuclear power plants with no more risk than any other kind of power plants or many other types of big industrial facilities.